means white people cannot have Ubuntu. And that means white people are not human. That is correct. White people cannot have Ubuntu. And that's not our fault. That's your fault. White people lost their humanity a long time ago. Long before we ever started singing Kill the Boer. Long before they ever set foot on African soil. Do you know what white people were busy doing in Europe? They were killing each other. And this lasted for hundreds of years. Go read up on European history. It's just war after war after war. They only stopped killing each other when they found us. But that was temporary. Because after they were done colonizing us, they started World War I and World War II. They just couldn't resist the urge to kill and destroy. It's part of their heritage. It's their white supremacist culture. They came to Africa with empty hearts and greedy hands. And because our ancestors were guided by Ubuntu, we welcomed these strangers into our home. Our ancestors didn't know they were inviting the devil into their lives. Our people showed them kindness. We gave them food, shelter, respect. And what did we get in return? Chains, whips, guns, rape, and genocide. Then they wonder why we see them as non-human. No human being would do what they did to another human being. Only a demon could do what white people did to us. Only the devil himself would look into the eyes of a black child and see a slave. You dehumanized us first. You dehumanized us for hundreds of years. White people are experts at dehumanizing anybody that doesn't look like them. And then you wonder why we don't trust you. You don't get to colonize us and steal from us and enslave us and then turn around and get offended when we sing a struggle song like Kill the Boer. This is our song, and we will sing it whenever and wherever we want. That song was created during a time where our people were being treated like animals by the worst people to ever walk this planet. We did nothing to you. We didn't steal your land. We didn't enslave your children. You did that to us. You came here. You took everything from us. And now you want us to live in peace, but you don't want to give back what you stole. The only thing white people have ever known is how to kill, steal, and oppress. And that's why you will never have Ubuntu.
All right, Shalom. First, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushai, Ba'ashim, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutation to all the brothers and the few sisters out there. Unto thy foreigners, want to see the Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob Shalom in Hebrew, which means peace. The jig is up. I mean, everybody and their mama, their dog, their cat, they all realize the problem child that caused all this uproar in this world. And at the end of the day, it's always the same person. All right. It's getting to the point where the average person is saying that the animals are feeling a certain way. You know, nature itself is saying something. You walk around acting like you're the best thing that was ever existed, and all you ever did in your life was to destroy everything that's around you. And then you want to cry, talk about how great your society is, like the last video I did. What was it called again? I don't know. I just need to see. Hold on, select it. Like you really, really, really want us to believe that you're so goddamn innocent. Yeah, the pressure's on. The pressure's on the last cry of a delusional race is over. Because right here in this particular picture, if I could zoom it in, and there's an indication of you're depleting. All right, you're not increasing, you're not multiplying, you're depleting. The world's trying to catch up with you. Everybody's trying to catch up with you. The only things left that you have in your arsenal is what you do best. And that was what the man said. And he basically called you the fucking devil. All right. Only the devil will do the things that you do. You know what? Since he said it, let me get it real quick. Yeah, only the devil would do what the hell these people have been doing to everybody on the planet Earth. And then when everybody start to team up against you, oh look, we're the victims. Get the fuck out of here. St. John 10:10. The thief cometh not but to steal and to kill. and to destroy. And that's Esau's MO. And, one of their great, I won't say great, I'll say one of their forefathers, um, we get it real quick. Daniel 8 and 25. It's talking about Antiochus Epiphanes. All right. Antiochus Epiphanes the fourth. It says, and through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand. He shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace he shall destroy many. And that's the entire race of people's MO. All right. And this is what Antiochus Epiphanes was known for. And according to the scriptures, I forgot if you look it up, either the script, if you Google it or something like that, they call it basically Antiochus Epiphanes in roundabout manner. They call him like the devil. Like he was the worst of the worst. All right. He's the worst type of individual that was out of that race of people. And all these people right now that are descendants or kin to him acts the same way. They come with you with the peaceful talk. They come with you with love and all this other crap to rock your ass to sleep when you have your guard down. When your guard is down, they rape and rob everything that's around you. All right? That's Esau's MO. Romans uh, 13 and 10. Love worketh no ill to his neighbor. And ill meaning bad. You don't do evil towards your neighbor. So the people of the earth have the rights, all right, to call you out on your shit. See, the way that the majority of the people here in America are in this spell, this psychotic spell, is they have everybody believe that you gotta let bygones be bygones. You can have your guard down when it comes towards them. It's like this whole thing that's going on right now with Iran. Iran is not stupid. They're not gonna go to a sit down with you like as you did the last time. The last time they did a sit down, what ended up happening? They got bombed. All right, they got bombed to death. Then you go and attack there's oh, that's why he said. I was watching the Kim Iver show. I'm not gonna look it up, but she had made a statement and shit. Because Trump made a statement. Trump said they that they Iran they want to go back to the spot that got blown up and try to fix it, but they couldn't fix it. So they try to set up another thing and say we knew about that. So wait a minute, you're gonna go tell somebody in their own country what to set up, what to do in their own fucking country? But that's Esau for you. And his sick fucking mind, he think that's good. He think that's fair. All right? Only a sick motherfucker would think something like that. So you're gonna come up to somebody else's house. It's like you have a house, you have your own land, and we don't want you to put this in your land. Like who the fuck is you? But this man's pride has exuded as is oozing out. It's gotten to the point where they telling nations what to do in their own fucking land. And Jake is stupid. I must say. They said that U.S. sent military personnel to Nigeria, and the what was it, the generals and everything like that told the people that they're there to help out. Bull fucking shit. You know, the people of the earth is gonna. You gotta get tired of this shit. One way or another, you can't allow this shit to be going on. All right, you guys gotta stand up. I guess they're waiting for Judah to set it off, but the Judites are so stupid right now that the Lord has to put the spirit on them. Like they see what's going on. Everybody sees what's going on. I was just talking to one of the bros about it. People see what's going on, but they don't see what's going on. All right? They don't see that this man is the actual devil on the planet Earth. But understand that certain things must take place. They don't see it because the Lord is not allowing them to see it. All right? But at the end of the day, all personnel on the earth is going to come to the same conclusion. Like, yeah, this is definitely he. This is this is definitely who the Bible speaks of. This is surely the devil. That's why in the book of it's called the book of Revelations for a reason. Okay, because it is there needed to be a time where this man was going to be unveiled. Real quick, Second Thessalonians point. It says, and then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth. So the wicked had to be revealed, but when the wicked had to be revealed, the wicked had to be revealed on his time. Whose time? The Most High's time. Everything's strategic. Okay, everything has to hit a certain point, and what needs to happen right now with the revelation of everything, the Lord is completely exposing. The Lord is completely exposing who the devil is. All right, to the world, and the timing is perfect because the people had to they had to build up their arsenal. All right, they had the nations had to build up their arsenal to fight back, unbeknownst to them. Because if they had it their way, they would have sit back and just allow these things to happen. Right? They would just allow. They would just complain a little bit and just go with the flow. So the Lord had to build this thing up. He had to build up the hatred that the nations would have. And the hatred that the nations would have will be towards the rightful people, which was whom? Esau. All right? Because with all the evidence that's out there, it had to be fortified. But the key people that had to do it was the prophets of the Lord. When the prophets of the Lord made the statements of who the devil in the planet Earth is, then the Lord made his moves. Okay? And all our shows of late is revealing everything that this man is planning. From the MOTB to world domination, however he wanted to do it, we're exposing it because this is the criteria of the Lord. See, they could fall around like the scripture says. What's what I'm looking for? Their own tongue shall fall upon themselves, but without substance, without a backing of the Lord, they could reveal all day, all night. What made the backing was the spirit of the prophets of the Lord. All right, the prophets of the Lord. That's what made everything come to fruition, came to life. Okay, it says, "And shall destroy with the brightness of his coming." So the devil being exposed, exposure first. After exposure, then comes destruction. So all the nations are tired of this man's shit. Every last one of them. They're sick and tired of shit. We're sick and tired. And like I was talking to the other bro, these other camps, they show no resistance. They show nothing because all they're not even talking about what's happening. With all this evidence of what's happening, they should have full blown blast. Nate, IUIC, all of them, they should all have been telling what's happening. They should have been screaming out their lungs like, yo, blah, 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 blah. The so-called white man's the devil. But nope, they're not. Why? Because the Lord took that spirit from them because they're not the mouthpiece of the Lord. So the Lord used his men to reveal. Now the world's starting to see this chunk of his arm is taken out. He's reverting to the only thing he knows best, the fight. But the fight is different now. The fight is completely different. Everybody could fight for themselves. All right. So even him who's coming is after the working of Satan with all power, signs, and lying wonders. Why? With his technology. Because you can't fight this man on with sticks and stones. No, 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 no. You have to fight him with the only thing that you can defend yourself, the arsenal that they have. So Esau has no rights to anything in this world. All right. In a civilized world, he has no rights. He speaks of the law of the jungle as if everybody else is operating on that, but he's the one that's on the jungle. He's the one that's in the wilderness mindset. Okay, and he has the mindset that everybody's gonna go down because of his rulership. And it said that the scripture says the earth is given to the hand of the wicked, right? And it says also Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So he's clearly the end of this world. That's why I'm gonna end it off from here. Nah, maybe I don't know. Job 18:4 tells you straight up right here. It says he teareth himself in his anger. Yeah, because the only person that's equal to him is himself. So the United States of Americans, Edomites, their adversary is the Edomites of Russia. So they're tearing each other apart. Shall the earth be forsaken for thee? So because of your actions and the things that you're doing, shall the earth be forsaken? And shall the rock be removed out of his place? Which leads us to what? Isaiah 14, 16. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms, that made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof? You heard what that, I don't know, he might be a Jake, but you heard what he said. All right, the violent history of Esau. These people have a violent history. Now, if you go to a judge, which is ill, which is ironically funny, if a person go to a judge, right, and that said judge will look at that the record of that individual, and if that person supposedly, if no, the person don't have a record, they have a better chance. But if a person has a record, the judge have no other choice. But we live in an unjust society. But the judge will look at the record of that individual, and in that person's mind, and conclude like, yo, this, you're in danger to society, right? Because of your past history, they'll go back to your fucking childhood, and they won't give you a chance. So the same way with a righteous judge would look at Esau, the so-called white man, and look at his track history of violence. If that Jake said, look what they did in Europe. They fought, all right, against one another. They killed one another as it was nothing. All right. Then they started World War One, World War Two. These are war-like people. So there's no room for any humane anything because they're not humane. Okay, they're not humane at all. They're crooked. So it says that made the world as a wilderness, and that's the extent because they want to make the world as a wilderness so they could build the shit all over again. That goes into shit. What's it called? They have that in the UN. Is a what do you call it? Mirage. A picture of them society being destroyed and them coming out of their society and to build up their new world. So literally, they want to um, destroy the system that was built so they could bring in a new world order. All right, it's funny. It says and destroy the cities thereof, New York, London, um, L.A., all the major cities. They want to start out. They want to start afresh. All right, they want to rise as a phoenix. It says that open not the house of the prisoners and the same people that they lock up. Well, all this Epstein nonsense, they said literally saying that they're not going to arrest nobody. Case closed. But let it be on a street level or mid level. You are going to go to jail. They're going to throw you to jail. They're going to put your name out there and put you on blast. You know what I'm saying? All that shit. The same act that they perform and they allowing these people to perform it. None of these people is going to get in trouble for that shit. And the prison system is nothing but a money racket. The more bodies you have in the prison system, the more money people make. The people that make the beds, the sheets, the towns that these prisons are in, they had no economy. All of a sudden, they have a booming economy because they have a prison in there. All this shit is money on top of money. And it says, all the kings of the nations, even all of them, lie in glory, even everyone in his own house. That goes into the kingdom of heaven. But the point with the matter of you cause this world, the current present world, to be in a chaotic state. And you feed off that chaos because you're a chaotic being. Um, Revelation 6:4, it says, and they went out another horse that was red, and power was given unto him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword. That great sword is this ICBM nuclear missile. That's what was bestowed upon Esau. All right, that's his blessing. So everything that he's doing on the extent of his blessing, but his blessing comes with a caveat. It comes with a ricochet action. That action is you're going to be destroyed by the same thing that you're doing. So the world sees you, all right, and you're not even ashamed of the things that you're doing, that you got caught up on. You're not ashamed of it because, hey, you coming down like having great wrath, and you supposed to, what's the word I'm looking for? You supposed to be encouraged of your wickedness. You supposed to be excited, all right, because the Lord is he's reviving a type of spirit on these Edomites as in time past. And they're back on that colonialism mindset. But like I said, the difference is the playing field is starting to even out. The same capability that you have, the other people have it. And since everybody has it, you're somewhat in a stalemate. And if you know for a fact, if you go and do the thing that you're going to do, a lot of losses going to take place. But this is all a suicidal mission on Esau's behalf. Okay? So with that being said, we're saying real quick to the spirit. Shalom to the elected and nation Israel. Shalom.